Marco Dominic Gonzalez, May 24th, 2014, 09:56 a.m. I'm thinking I outed, because I don't dream. Even as a little boy, man, very rarely. I'm even trying to think, what dream do I remember? Because I discount them. I will disregard a dream. Me personally. If somebody says, I go to sleep and I go by dream, that's you, and I respect that. But in my understanding of God and what I do, everything is within this space. If the Spirit wants to speak to me, they will speak to me within this space. If the Spirit wants to speak to me while I'm asleep, they'll re-speak to me within this space. That's how I do my spirituality, period. I don't worry about that. Do I get a dream? I don't deal with that. So I almost want to say to my brother that, because I didn't want them to know at that point that I don't dream, because they were doing some weird things with dreams, and they were doing the religion, and I kind of, I want to say, and I wish you would get that surveillance, because I believe I went with that, I'm like, because I didn't want them to know at that point, because I was already under the understanding that I might be going through a hypnosis, and these things are happening in April and May, in all of a sudden in my apartment. So those were very bad, and I don't want to go there right now. But I did out it to somebody. I'm trying to remember in my mind. Who did I say that I don't dream? I think Dr. Lancaster, the heart doctor. I told him I don't have dreams. I very rarely dream. I think I outed it to him, and that was in, I believe, you have to give the dates of that I went to the doctor. I'm not sure on the dates. You have to give the dates of November 2011 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I remember I outed that to him, and I even said to myself, "Oh my gosh!" But now they're gonna know I don't dream. And I'm going through all these hypnosis sessions, but I still had it. So, some of those. But I've never discussed this with anybody. I've only started to discuss this when I got a video and I felt comfortable to be able to say maybe somebody good is going to watch these. But I didn't feel comfortable, obviously. I don't feel comfortable about talking. Who am I going to talk to? Nobody. I mean, my gosh, who am I going to talk to, man? But this is my testimony. And you can ask Dr. Lancaster. I told him. And hopefully he didn't, but he's, this is all government intrusion. What am I saying? My gosh, who knows? That whole freaking Rome. It's like, then they know, oh my god, this guy doesn't dream. But, I need somebody officially to tell me I've been under hypnosis. Anyway. But then, I'm just going through things. I've already talked about that. I haven't even talked about how to get. But anyways, I know I definitely, when they were starting to talk about dreams and stuff like that, and I said, wait a minute, I don't. I was always curious because they're obviously using my family. My brother, I mean, is he mentally ill? He's disturbed. Is he mentally ill? And my question, and I made a very long documentary on this. How has the government used actually either mentally ill people that are actually mentally ill legally, or people that they think are mentally ill? Because then there's no liability if they do something. If they're involved in something that harms me, let's say like, for example, I don't know if this happened, but I'm packaging food, I'm packaging alcohol or something like that. If somebody's saying, well, you do that, I want you to do this, I'm giving you a job. So you have a job, you're making money, and they could play that game with them, and the person doesn't know they're even doing something harmful, but then they're not liable for it because they're legally mentally ill. I want to know, has that been used in this situation? I have a very long documentary on that, and I also have very specific examples. At the store and different things that have happened that I have to start questioning. Is this government intrusion using mentally ill people to say, hey, here's a job, look, you have a job, look, I need you to do something, I need you to, here's this food, we're going to make it like this, you do that, okay? Because that takes the liability, and then they can't be, I mean, it's not legal anymore because of that person, they're not liable.